Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, lovely voice.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Heavy? The question is whether we believe him or not, though. Explore the end of the world? What are you talking about? I guess we'll go with killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Yo.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a
No,
miller
but that's
or a
also very
seamstress?
bad.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
Why?
Seamstresses contribute something of value to
Oh,
society.
so you are you value merit. You are you want a meritocracy, that everyone is judged upon their merit to society, and that if you are not useful enough, you might as well just die, or your life is less worth living then. Not sure if I agree with the narrator. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
But is she evil? You can be dangerous without being evil.
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay, go for it.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Ooh, that is such a not deontological way of thinking. That does not matter what what led us to this point or what the intentions are. Only the end result matters. No. I'm not agreeing with this narrator at all. Okay, what are you talking about?
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Human-centric way of looking at the world. Yeah, how can this even happen?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Oh, look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Yeah, that may be... I don't think I will slay her either way, but we can at least explore.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
You can easily trap me in your web of lies.
Words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Alright.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So, we are playing as another character with their own thoughts and opinions. Okay, yeah, proceed to the cabin, I guess.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want to take it. No, we're not. If you go in armed, then of course she'll lie and be afraid or attack. So we're not going to take the blade. No, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Sure. I'll just say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay, that's not really right.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I want to say, but I'll first ask by asking her name.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
You don't have a name?
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Okay, let's ask more questions. So your name is... So Princess is your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That's not answering the question, though.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten.
You've forgotten
I
your
must
name?
have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too
You
late.
can't be trusted either, dude. I have no idea what I can trust. Yeah, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up for a good reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
She doesn't understand the story either. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
How are you surviving? What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer?
Good
Because
question.
with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Intelligent answer. Wait a second. Why not?
It's not like you'd believe me.
Maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, it didn't tell me anything. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
That's true.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that.
No, me neither.
I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
Exactly.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
She makes a good point.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, It's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Yeah, okay. She has by far the best arguments. Nevertheless, I do feel like I am too being manipulated by her, and I think the risk is real that if I let her out, the world will end. But I've been given insufficient reason to kill her, and I've actually also been given insufficient reason to condemn her to life imprisoned. This is something that I could get behind, to keep her locked up and maybe check in and stuff, but we're not going to get anywhere. She's going to insist that she's innocent. The narrator is going to say that she's a horrible individual. That's just dodging the difficult choice, and that's a bit cowardly. Or this one, yeah. He could say this and see what she has to respond, but I'll probably let her out. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Okay, I like the voice of the hero.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, so that was fucking terrifying. Okay, oh my god. It seems so probable that she is evil and that she would destroy the world. But I've been given insufficient evidence. And she just threatened me, but threatening her captive, her unlawful captor is also logical. But I know that something is not right. Why doesn't she say anything about her intentions, about who she is, or about how she's been surviving? I'm not going to kill her, that's for sure. But I feel like, well, if they say that she will get out on her own if I do nothing, then it's basically the same thing, either doing nothing or letting her out. And then I think I am just going to leave her here. Yeah. Maybe she'll get out eventually and destroy the world, but then at least the world will have a couple more days or weeks or months or years until that happens. I'm not going to risk this killing an innocent person for whatever reason or consequence. Lock her in the basement. I think that's what we're going with.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
She already dropped the mask. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not saying her. No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away. Guys, sorry, you are both just very unconvincing. So you can't convince me to do anything.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
You don't have a choice, man. You're just a narrator.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
What? Where's the blade?
Okay.
Where's the blade?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh boy.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
What are the chances that she just got out just now, coincidentally after I spoke with her? This is a trick.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I don't want to as a friend either, and I doubt you'll forgive me if I just help you now.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Okay, let's try and make her confess. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. Not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if you want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
How did I help?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change
The narrator upholds the truth?
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright. Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the
It's
woods.
a time loop.
And at the